Too often do we see beautiful people with beautiful hearts live a life full of betrayal, pain, hurt, because they do not know how to let go. Struggling, bound by fear, afraid of change, because you can't let people go that hurt you, because they don't see their own worth. They don't see just how beautiful they are. They don't know that life has more beautiful, God has more beautiful things in store for them. Too often, don't be that person that is stuck in that same predicament, that same bubble for your whole life. Because you are afraid of change. Because you're afraid to let people go. Because you're afraid of the unknown. When you have God, yes, you may be walking by faith, but you're not just walking into the middle of nowhere. You're not being led astray. When you feel it deep inside, just a feeling, and that's all you can describe it as. When you have a feeling to do something, do that thing. Don't let something wonderful pass you by. You have it within you. A lot of the answers to life, to the meaning of life, to your purpose, it's inside of you. It's inside of you. But when you don't listen to yourself, you are tricked into listening to everybody else. What other people are telling you that you are supposed to be, that you are supposed to do, what you're not supposed to do, what you're not allowed to do. You're letting other people not only live vicariously through you, but just control your entire life, your entire being. Instead of doing what you're destined to do, what you were put here for, what you desire, your pure desires. Letting go can change your whole life. Your life, you will be living out your wildest dreams if you can change, if you can let go. There's a beauty in letting go. You have to let go sometimes, especially if it's people. If it's the same old job, the same 9 to 5, that you're not moving up in, living paycheck to paycheck instead of starting that business, instead of chasing your dreams. If you're not chasing your dreams, somebody else is doing it. Don't be tied down by somebody. If somebody truly loves you, shows you that they love you with their actions, they will let you live your life and do what it is that you want to do that will make you happy. They won't put you down for your dreams and ideas and thoughts. They won't tell you that you can't do it. They will not trap you in a bubble. And it can be very, very hard. I'm not telling you it's easy. I'm not telling you that it's simple. That's why we need God to help lead us and guide us, and to help us sort through the things behind the scenes that we can't control, to handle the things that we cannot see. God will help us. God helps us. As long as you are willing to put the work in, you are willing to let go of what does not serve you. Some people, some of you are putting your entire lives into people who are just taking and taking and taking and not reciprocating anything back to you. How many of us know family, friends, colleagues beautiful people who are trapped in addiction because they're unhappy. They're stuck in a cycle. They're trapped in a bubble, stuck in a box, instead of spreading their wings and flying and being beautiful. Because they don't know their own worth. They don't know that there's better out there. And that's why we need to be an example. But if this is you, what is holding you back? Really actually sit there and think, what is holding you back? And if the only answers that you can come up with are, but this is all I've known. But we've been together for so long. But I've already put so much time into this. And where is it taking you? Where is it taking you? You're not even moving. It's holding you down. You are a prisoner to fear. There's nothing to be afraid of. If you do what you feel is right, you do what you truly feel is right, and you hold to morals, you treat people kind, especially if you have a relationship with God. What is there to fear? Nothing. What do you have to lose? Besides baggage, besides chains, family. Sometimes you gotta let family go. You're attached. You've grown attached to them. You care about them. You feel obligated to stay with them, to stick with it, to stay at that job. They are holding you back. You're not here to be somebody's rug. You're not here to be somebody's pet. You are not here to be somebody's slave. Yes, we have a purpose to serve, but it does not look like slavery. It does not ever look like fear. I hope you understand. I really hope you do. Really think about this. Because there is at least one person out there that this is for. I feel like I'm talking directly to you right now. You are so beautiful. Don't you know how beautiful you are? And you're talented. You have stuff to show the world. And you can work and care for something that makes you happy. You might not think that there is better for you, that you don't deserve better. Why not? You can absolutely have better. 100%. Be strong. Be courageous. What would you tell yourself as a little girl, as a little boy? What would you tell yourself? So why wouldn't you tell yourself that now? It is hard. And the longer you've stuck with something, the harder it is. But you have to take that leap. It is absolutely necessary for your growth. It's absolutely necessary for the life that you want. It's there, but you have to reach out and grab it. And don't look back. Do not look back. Not to mention that, say it's a person that you need to let go or people. Sometimes you letting them go or loving them from a distance helps them grow. You continuing what you're doing sometimes is hindering somebody else too. Don't lose yourself trying to save somebody else who isn't even doing it for you, who isn't even doing it for themselves. How will they ever learn if you're continuing to enable that? If it's a job, How easily replaceable are you at that job? Who's losing out? If you're thinking about retirement, you've already been there for so long. Okay. So that means you can't achieve your dreams. You still have so much life left. You don't know when you're going to go. But let me tell you this. You're only still here because you have a purpose. You would not be here if you did not have a purpose. God isn't going to take you out when you're stepping into your purpose. That's foolishness. You don't have to work in a church. You don't have to be a pastor or, something of that nature. If you do hair, makeup, you're a seamstress, or a barber, electrician, anything, that is helping people. And whatever it is that you want to do, most people can't do that. The ideas that you have, somebody's looking for that. They're looking for that product, that service. You have a story to share. Your story may help. Your story might save somebody's life. And you're afraid of what? If you're afraid of stability, God got you. When you're stepping into your purpose, because let me tell you, that feeling you get inside of you, that voice in your head, that loving voice telling you to move on, to get better, that's God. Okay? You're being called. And this is confirmation for you. When God calls you, you better answer that phone. When that phone is ringing, when that boat comes, you better hop on that boat. Don't let it pass you by. Just imagine that boat coming and save you. Got the hands down to reach for you. Come up. No. I'm afraid I don't know you. Okay. And then imagine it going off into the horizon. That's the life that you want, leaving you. When God calls you, you better answer that phone. Answer that phone. Hop on that boat. Okay? Jump on that train. Get the heck out of Dodge. I wish I could give you a hug right now. I'm sending you a virtual hug, okay? Okay, come here. There's people that want to love you, care for you. I believe in you. I believe in you. Because you were made special. You were made with a purpose. Chosen. To be chosen. You are chosen. You just have to accept that offer. It's all up to you. You have it within you. All that power that you need is within you. Always pray. Listen to your intuition. Your intuition's never wrong. You're not crazy. Take steps. It's one step at a time. You truly may not know how they feel about you. Truly. At that job. Those people in your family, your friends. You've been at that job how long? How many promotions did you get? When you got a promotion, how much was it? 10 cents, 25 cents, maybe $1.25? Come on, you know it's a joke. Not to mention generational wealth. If you got children, you can set them up. Don't matter how old you are, don't matter how young you are. It doesn't matter how much they say you're qualified. What does God say that you are? God says that you are qualified. You are enough. You're more than enough. It's within you. What's within you, nobody can take away. What God has for you, what God sets for you, it lasts. And if you have nobody to help you, let me just tell you, you can do it. You absolutely can. You can do it with no help. Because there's help, maybe just not from the, people that you expected it from, or it might not look like the help that you expected or wanted, but it's there. It ain't about chasing waterfalls. It's about living your life. Your life. That is for you. You don't want to be that beautiful soul who sat at home, sat at that same job, in that same marriage, getting hurt constantly, feeling so alone, like nobody gets you. I may not have went through all the things that you went through, but you ain't alone. You are not alone. Sitting there drinking every day to feel something, feel better somehow. Just to wake up the next day in the same crap. And you dread it. And it's tiring. It feels dark, doesn't it? Turning to all these vices to put a Band-Aid over top of the wounds. And you're coming with new wounds every day. It don't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter. Like I said, you have a lot of life left. Don't you want to be able to enjoy the rest of the life that you do have? Well, you're here. You went through all of that for no reason? No. Don't let it be for nothing. God's calling you. Answer that phone. Answer that phone. Knocking, banging at your door. Please, just let me in. Let me save you. Open that door. You're afraid of change, of the unknown, of letting go. But you're not afraid of what's hurting you and paining you and tiring you and draining you every day. You're not afraid of that though. It's like you wake up and you do the same thing every day and you come home. You turn to your vice, you go to sleep, or you try to. You try to get as much rest as you can. Wake up the next day, do it all over again. Every day it's the same thing. I know you're tired. I can feel it. Heaven and hell is mental. Where are you right now? Where are you? Right. So, you have to be courageous. And to be courageous, it's still gonna feel uncomfortable. But to be courageous, you work through that fear, uncomfortability, and you're brave. Isn't that what you would tell your child to do? Be brave. Be brave. Because there's nothing to lose, but you have everything to gain. Freedom. Yes, financial freedom, but even better, mental freedom. The worst kind of trap is the trap within your mind. Let it go, sweetheart. I believe in you. You can do it. It's very doable. Just don't be afraid. Fear is an illusion. I love you. Even if you don't feel like it, even if you don't want to, that's what it requires. It requires you to do when you don't feel like it. But it's way worth it. It is. It is hard. Much easier said than done. Absolutely. But it's science. An object in motion stays in motion. An object at rest stays at rest. Once you get it going, make moves, it's motivating. It's empowering. You look and see. Even just start with small changes. Start with prayer. You don't have to pray. Pray the way that you feel. You don't have to. You can get advice, yeah. But don't feel that you have to do it a specific way or you have to be perfect, flawless. Nobody's flawless. Come as you are. That's what God says. One step at a time. One step at a time. That's all it needs. And if you know somebody like this, don't be afraid to speak up. Let them know. Give them a hug, please. You're worth so much more than what you're settling for. If you didn't have a purpose, you wouldn't be here. Again, I gotta say that again. There are brighter days ahead, and this is your sign. Don't let that boat pass you by. All the people that you see are successful. They seem happy. They went through stuff. Oh, they absolutely went through stuff. But you gotta work through it. It's okay. Just make the changes. You can start small and build up from there.